Well, 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 it has certainly been a minute. And by a minute, I mean basically a year. To put it in the terms of my favorite Lady Gaga song, it's been a long time since I came around. It's been a long time, but I'm back in town. And this time, I'm not leaving without you. You taste like. No, I won't do the whole thing. But what if I did? As much as I would love to talk about Lady Gaga, that is not why I'm here today. In honor of Sundance season starting at the end of the month, I wanted to focus on independent storytelling. And that is why today we are going to talk about Five Nights at Freddy's. This is a true indie game. It was made and funded by one guy. And within 4 months of this video game's initial release, Warner Brothers picked it up for a film adaptation. This game came out in like 2014, but the first movie came out in like 2023, so there was quite a bit of time that this movie was in development. If something is in development that long, it usually means there are significant problems with the story. Based on the critical reception of this movie, I don't think they ever really solved those problems. So why would this movie get made if the story is not that great? Well, the short answer is to make money. Companies like NBC, Disney, Warner Brothers, Sony, they're always on the lookout for IP that has an established fan base so that they can profit off of that fan base. And that is why Warner Brothers jumped on this project within 4 months. And they were smart to do it because the movie made over $200 million in the box office. And that's despite the critical reception being really, really bad. The game came out at a time where I was like a little bit too old to be playing games like this. So I just never got into it, but we're gonna get into it today. Who knows, maybe I will get sucked into the FNAF verse or whatever it's called. I probably sound really lame right now, but seriously, I'm gonna play the video game, then I'm gonna watch the movie, I'm gonna compare and analyze both, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about what made the video game so ripe for franchise potential and how the movie became a box office success despite being a critical failure. But first, I need my glasses because I can't see anything, and that is so much better. I wasn't wearing my glasses before because of the glare. Yeah, it's still there. It's still there. But it will be gone once I start playing the game, hopefully. Or you'll just see Freddy Fazbear, whatever his name is, in my glasses. Jump scare! Okay, let's play. Well, what the hell? Why is just opening this game a horror game in and of itself? You guys are about to see how horrible I am at playing video games.
They'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit.
And what's wrong with that?
Wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wires, and animatronic devices.
He definitely was not there before. Power left 39%. I don't even know what to do with that information. He is on the way. I need to close the door. Door. 12%. Okay, now at least it's 5 a.m. What time is the night over? I would argue it's over now. We're in the morning. I survived one night. Okay, I'm gonna pause. How do I pause? No, I need to pause. Oh my god. Alright, I guess I'm just going for it. How do I know if the characters are gone? Because there's 2 guys. And was there another one? I just tried pushing the light and it didn't work. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, why would he make a sound like that? I'm gonna try night 2 again. I already know I'm gonna be scared. I just gotta be brave. Now I see there's 3 guys here.
I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon.
Says I have everything under control. I have nothing under control. I don't even have myself under control. I don't know the controls. Door! Did I save myself? Why wouldn't they just put normal doors in the security room? The idea that, like, the power of these doors can run out, but the animatronics can still wander around. Yep, I'm dead. I know I'm dead. I know it. I know he's gonna come out. I'm not scared. I'm not scared because I know that he's coming out. So I won't be scared when he does come out because I know he's coming, so I won't be scared when he comes out. I can't even touch the mouse right now. Not because because I don't want to touch the mouse. It's not because I'm scared. Let them do their thing. Let them play the music. Oh my god. I've made the executive decision to just find the voicemails online because that seems to be the main storytelling tool. And I am not doing this because I'm scared. That's not why at all. It's actually because I'm really bad at video games. You're probably like, no, it's both. No. I'm just bad at video games. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. Essentially, the story is that this guy who formerly was in the job that we are now in was presumably killed by one of the animatronics. I see how this works very well as a game. I was having fun playing it and I wasn't scared. We've already established that I wasn't scared. I totally see why this like blew up. And despite the obvious issues with the storytelling and the rules of the world, it still is clear why this would be adapted into a film. This will sound weird, but it's almost like wish fulfillment, but in like a bad way. You want to experience this very scary thing in the safety of a movie or video game. And the idea is just so fun, but it's also like anybody could have come up with this. Any kid has probably thought animatronics are scary, and this plays on that probably universal feeling that people have when they look at animatronics. With that being said, I still need to watch the film and see how much of this original gameplay storyline ended up in the film. I'm willing to bet it is not much. Okay, I'm still gonna watch the movie. I'm saying that now, but I am reading the synopsis. My main takeaway from it is it's very convoluted. It definitely reads like something that was in development for 10 years. There's a lot of elements that don't necessarily need to be there, but they were hanging on to them because these are the elements of the story that they had been developing for so long. They didn't want to get rid of them. They couldn't imagine what the story would be without it. That's kind of what this reads like to me. But at the end of the day, the story doesn't really matter all that much because it's about two things: the wish fulfillment and the established IP and fan base. That's why this movie is successful. It's not because of the story. Okay, I still haven't watched the movie, but I've gone deep into the FNAF verse. It seems like the film's plot is based on not only most of the video games, there's like 6 or 7 of them, but also the books, which I didn't know existed. But to my point about I see why this was in development for 10 years and all these details feel like things they were clinging on to, that rings more true with this new context that this is all information that is established across the entire franchise. If you have this story where all this lore is explained and explored across multiple books and games, Fitting that all into an hour and 30 minutes or 2 hours, however long the runtime is for the movie, it just seems like things are going to be shortchanged, get lost in translation. I'm even more curious now to see the film than I was before, knowing that all this lore did come from actual material that already existed and it wasn't just made up. So yeah, I will watch the film. Tomorrow. It's the next day. I still haven't watched the movie, but I did something arguably crazier. Not arguably, definitely crazier. I watched willingly 3-hour-long videos explaining the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's. And I still don't fully understand the story, but I think it's by design. The series has been out for over 10 years at this point, and fans are still making videos about their theories of what the story truly is. That's the appeal of Five Nights at Freddy's. We don't fully know the truth behind why these characters did what they did, so we have to come up with our own theories. I love how I just accidentally referred to myself as a fan. I said we? No, I'm not a fan, okay? I might have watched 3-hour-long videos explaining the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's, but don't call me a fan. But seriously, I don't even like the story. It's not really my thing, but I was compelled to watch these videos because I was trying to get to the bottom of it. I just wanted a clear, defined answer for what was going on, and I did not get it. And nobody has. In my research, I saw that there was a YouTuber who was very into the Five Nights at Freddy's series when it was first coming out, and he would make videos explaining what he thought the story was really about. And then the creator of the game would make a game that would disprove those theories. The creator wanted to keep the mystery going so that we would constantly be guessing. So with that being said, I am going to watch the movie, which I have learned has completely separate lore from the series. Okay, I watched the movie, and my predictions from reading the synopsis that it would all feel convoluted, I was right. Overall, like the story that at least the fans have put together based on the games has more logic to it than this movie does. In the games, the protagonist has a direct relation to William Afton. But in the movie, there's no direct relation, so it's like, why did he take his brother? In the movie, there's no clear explanation for why William killed all these kids. In the games, at least the fan theories, it's because he was trying to be immortal and he discovered the secret to living forever because the kids lived on through these animatronics, so he was trying to recreate that for himself. The part that gets me the most is that William's daughter is a police officer. She knows that there are kids' bodies in these animatronics, and yet she has never once filed a report. When her dad kills her in the end, I'm just like, okay, I guess. And why would William be moonlighting as a career guidance counselor? Yeah, I 100% see why this movie was critically trashed. It deserved it. And yet it still made over 200 million in the box office, and the sequel did as well. So people came back for the sequel despite knowing the first film just did not do this series justice. I'm really sounding like a fan at this point. I am lost in the FNAF verse, I will admit. So to recap, I think the original game did so well because it's this negative wish fulfillment thing where we want to experience this super scary universal fear, but in the confinement of a video game. And there was just enough vagueness in the mystery of what really happened at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, or whatever it's called, that people who played the game started to get invested in figuring out what actually happened. This, in addition to the game being very fun to play and fun to watch people play, made the series as popular as it became. As more games were added and more fans were making up their theories, the creator creator was also building the story. And the creator was determined to make sure that nobody's theories were right, so people would keep guessing. And then the film came out and introduced an alternate FNAF verse. So now there's even more lore. The first film did so well because it was an adaptation of this very popular series. And despite the horrible critical reception and fans mostly being disappointed in the movie, they still went to see the second one. Because the first one is so different from the actual lore of the game that people wanted to figure out the truth behind the lore of the film. I'm willing to bet there's going to be more films in this franchise. And I'm willing to bet they will do pretty well in the box office. And it's all because everything was so vague. So what did we learn? Your story doesn't really need to make sense. You can keep people guessing for a decade, and you can still make millions of dollars. I think that's all I have to say about Five Nights at Freddy's. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!